I've spent countless nights behind the wheel, engine humming like a wary heartbeat, the city asleep around me. But tonight feels different, tense, like the streets are holding their breath. It's past midnight. My name's Arjun, and I drive for easy ride. I tell myself it's for the flexibility, the cash, but sometimes I wonder if I'm just running from something I don't want to face. I pull up on Fifth Avenue, waiting for my next pickup. A man steps from the shadows, coat zipped to the chin, face unreadable. Easy ride, he asks. I nod, and he climbs in. Where to? He doesn't answer right away. Just drive, he finally says. Somewhere safe. There's an edge in his voice. I glance in the mirror. Safe. He nods toward the windshield. Down past the overpass. Anywhere with lights. As we roll forward, he leans in. You see that car back there? I check the mirror, empty street. No. I lie. There was. A black sedan. It's been following me. His voice is sharp, insistent. I feel a flicker of unease, but also responsibility. I suggest a detour through the industrial park, and he agrees, visibly relaxing. Still, he watches the speedometer like it's a ticking bomb. Then he breaks the silence. When did you realize you weren't in control? The question hits hard, pulling a buried memory to the surface. My brother's eyes, blue and accusing, the night he died. I try to deflect, but the man Elliot presses on. Who's really making the choices here? He asks, voice calm but heavy. You driving me? Me choosing you? Is any of it really ours? The streets narrow. Shadows thicken. Elliot leans forward. What do you fear most? Arjun. I grip the wheel. Losing control. He nods, almost smiling. And what happens when you do? Ahead, the road splits. One path into deeper darkness, the other back toward the city. I hover over the turn signal, remembering his request for lights. He leans closer. Sometimes the safest place is the one you think is darkest. A chill runs through me. This ride is no longer routine. It's something else, a reckoning. Maybe. I exhale slowly. Okay. I whisper. Let's see where the darkness takes us. And in that moment, I'm no longer sure I'm the one driving. The turn signal's click feels too loud. I steer back to the main road, chest tightening. Elliot sits silently, shadows flickering over his face. You said the safe place might be in the dark, I say. You sure about the city? His thin smile returns. Are we going where I need? Or where you feel safe? My grip tightens on the wheel. His words stir memories, my brother, my guilt. Headlights carve the night. Why me? I ask. You look like someone who's been running. It's in your hands. He unbuttons his sleeve, revealing a pale arm. I've been running too. We're both scarred. I shouldn't ask, but I do. From what? Someone who won't let me forget. I recall the car I'd shaken earlier. Someone's following you. He touches my shoulder. I jolt. I know they are, and I think they're after you, too. His face is unreadable. I should call dispatch, but I keep driving. Why me? I ask again. Because you're the only one I trust not to leave. His words land heavy. The road narrows. The city glow vanishes. What happened? I lost someone, he says, voice cracking. To someone close. He looks away. I thought I was safe. But monsters follow. Who? I press. Not yet. Not until I trust you. I hesitate, then veer onto a smaller road. He pulls out a black notebook. You need to see this. I hesitate. No, I don't even know your name. He calmly replies. Arjun. Just let me explain. Ahead, the road forks one side toward light, the other into shadow. I slow. Fine, we stop here. Outside, the air is cold. He opens the notebook. Inside diagrams, notes, and one line that hits me hard. Vikram Shastri. Doesn't remember, but can't escape. I freeze. That's my brother's name. Do you know him? Elliot asks. I whisper. I thought he died. He did. Elliot says. But something of him still moves in shadows, in nightmares. My mind reels. Was this ride chance or fate? This isn't just about me, he says. It's both of us. I see myself in his eyes. You ready? He asks, heart pounding. I nod. Yes. We slide back into the car. The engine roars. Together, we drive into the dark to strangers, one shared ghost, and a truth waiting at the end of the road. The engine's hum thrums through me as I drive away from that desolate junction. Elliot glances into the mirror. The silence between us thick and charged. I fix my gaze on the road, counting streetlights like heartbeats proof I'm still breathing, still holding on. Beside me lies Elliot's black notebook, a vault of truths I'm not sure I want unlocked. He grips the seat, taut with confession and fear. Where to? I ask. There's a motel off Highway 12, he says, private enough to talk. I nod. As we leave the city behind, memories stir Vikram, my brother. The note, doesn't remember but can't escape. What if I haven't forgotten? What if my memories are just buried, waiting? You said you saw him, I say. Elliot's voice lowers. Not just saw, felt him. He's trapped between memory and death. And something's holding him there. A chill creeps over me. Why me? Because your mind holds the key, he says. You remember things you forced yourself to forget. Your grief links you to him, but it can also free him. I slam the brakes, heart racing. Free him, you buried the truth, he says. But it's still alive. If you face it, you can release him and yourself. Flashes of hospital lights, antiseptic air, and Vikram's silence flood my mind. I've worn guilt like armor. Now it feels like chains. How? I whisper. Piece by piece. Relive it. I'll guide you, but you have to look. I nod. Running is no longer an option. We pull into a grim motel starlight in a place that feels like both haven and warning. Elliot grabs the notebook. Inside, the clerk barely looks up as she hands us the key to room 18. The room reeks of old carpet and lost time. Elliot sets the notebook down. Sit, he says. Don't open it yet. I obey. My hands tremble. My heart won't slow. He stands at the window, watching moonlight sliver through the curtains. This isn't just a story, he says. It's your story. Are you ready? Ready? I breathe. He places a hand on my shoulder. Now, open it. I do. The first page, October 12, 2023. Arjun drives. Alone. Arkham Hospital exit. Rain. Lights off. My breath catches. That night, I close my eyes and remember. Rain slashing the windshield. The engine's roar. The crash. The room vanishes. I'm there again. Vikram in the passenger seat, whispering, I'm sorry. My memory shifts him blaming me for the turn, me losing control. Then silence. I gasp and fall back, sobbing. Elliot grips my hand. What do you see? I force words through my tears. I called for help. But he was already gone. Silence. Elliot finally releases my hand. That's enough for tonight, he says. Rest. As I lie back, the memory feels sharp and true. For the first time, it's not buried, it's mine. Elliot closes the notebook. We've started, he says. Tomorrow, we go deeper. Rain taps on the window again. I wonder what truth the next page will hold and if I'll survive remembering it. Gray light filters through the curtains, rain tapping gently on the window. My body aches from the night before. I sit up, motel blanket falling away, and instinctively look for Elliot's notebook, but it's gone. The room feels heavier without him. My feet hit the cold floor. I move to the window, watching the rain glisten on the empty lot. A single car rests under the flickering neon of the starlight in. I think of leaving, running from all of it, but I stay. Guilt keeps me grounded. The door opens. Elliot enters, notebook in hand, eyes tired but resolute. Morning, he says softly. Morning. I reply, voice rough. Thank you. He hands me coffee. The warmth and bitterness feel like a small lifeline. You did well, he says. Last night was hard, but necessary. I sip slowly. Why are you helping me? I ask. You could be lying. He pauses, because I believe in redemption, and because something is keeping us from peace. Something, he nods. It's feeding off your guilt. If I don't help, it'll consume you and then come for me again. A chill creeps over me. Come for you. After my friend died, I tried to escape, but it found me again. When you broke through your memories last night, I felt a shift. You want to free him. And yourself? Yes, he says, but we need to go back to where it started. Arkham Hospital. My heart stutters. The place of my worst failure. My brother's death. I'm with you, I say. He nods, then pulls out a vial of cloudy liquid, a sedative. In case the memories overwhelm you. I frown. I don't want to be numb. You'll decide when to use it, he says. Just a tool, not an escape. I pocket the vial. Okay. But on my terms. Fair. We step into the hallway. Stale and musty. Outside, the rain softens. We get into my car. Elliot places his notebook on the seat between us. Ready? He asks. I start the engine. The road glows with neon and rain. Neither of us speaks. I study Elliot's calm presence beside me. A stranger who somehow knows my grief. Trust feels like a risk. But the path is already chosen. The silhouette of Arkham Hospital looms ahead, its dark windows like watching eyes. My chest tightens. This is where it all began. And where it ends. I glance at Elliot. He nods. We park in silence. Streetlights throw long shadows across cracked pavement. I place a hand on his shoulder. Thank you, I whisper. He meets my gaze. We do this together, Arjun. I nod, stepping out into the night, toward whatever waits inside. The hospital doors groan as we step inside. Antiseptic air laced with painful memory. Fluorescent lights flicker, shadows stretching like ghosts as I enter the corridor. My heart pounds not with panic, but regret. I chose to come here. Elliot walks beside me, quiet, notebook in hand. My fingers brush the vial of sedative in my jacket pocket. A lure I refuse. Room 412, I whisper, spotting the sign. The hallway stretches endlessly. I nod at Elliot. After you. His presence steadies me as we walk. The door reads psychiatry wing. My reflection in the glass looks haunted. I press my hand to the cool metal, gather courage, and push it open. Inside, a bed, a chair, a window near the ceiling. Dust swirls in slanted light. Elliot closes the door and sets his notebook down. This is where you brought him, he says. After the crash, memories strike. Sirens, panic, stare a white light. But the bed now, empty, is a blade through my chest. Elliot opens his notebook to a diagram. You sat here, he says, pointing at the chair. Suddenly, I remember, begging to stay, locked out, arriving too late. My legs tremble as I sink into the chair. Elliot kneels beside me. Close your eyes. What do you feel? The hum of the lights fades into memory. A silent monitor. The metallic taste of tears. He was so still, I whisper. I kept waiting for him to move. I screamed until my voice broke. Elliot's hand rests on my shoulder. What happened next? I blamed everything. The doctors. The rain. Myself. I breathe shallowly. I left him alone. Silence thickens. Then, Elliot gently says, You've carried this for 2 years. But what if it wasn't your fault? I stare at him, stunned. Not my fault. He hands me the notebook. I steady. The crash was mechanical failure. Transmission defect. You couldn't have prevented it? His finger rests on the report. Driver had no means of preventing loss of control. Tears come hard now. I thought. You thought wrong, he says softly. Your guilt was real, but misplaced. I collapse into the chair. Notebook hugged to my chest. Grief and relief crashing together. The room holds my confession. Silent and sterile. You faced it. Elliot murmurs. Now close this chapter. I breathe deeply. Understanding settles. The guilt loosens. Thank you, I whisper. He nods. One more step. We honor his memory. His favorite book is in the staff lounge. We'll leave it there. Hope stirs. I'll do it. He helps me to my feet. We step into the corridor. The lights no longer flicker. The hallway feels warmer. I glance back at room 412. The ghosts are quieter now. With the notebook in hand and purpose in my heart, I follow Elliot forward. Tonight, I'll bring my brother peace and reclaim the driver's seat of my own life. The linoleum floor creaks as Elliot and I enter the cramped staff lounge, holding Vikram's copy of The Old Man and the Sea and his notebook. A flickering fluorescent light steadies above us, casting a reverent hum. I place the items on a small table by the window, hands trembling. Elliot, quiet beside me, gestures to the book. This was his favorite. He found strength in its words. We'll leave it here with his notes so his spirit can move on. I open to the marked page, page 89. Vikram had underlined, "A man can be destroyed but not defeated." Below it, my own note, "He taught me that, should have remembered. Tears threaten." I fold the page, then place the notebook beside it. Elliot steps back and nods. "You do the honors." I lift both items, heart pounding. For a moment, I hesitate, fearful the ritual won't work, that Vikram's voice will haunt us forever. But I remember what Elliot told me. Releasing guilt frees you. I open the window. Cool night air rushes in, smelling of rain and stale corridors. I nearly drop the books, but Elliot steadies them. Together, we slide them out. They linger on the ledge before falling into darkness. I exhale as if I've held my breath for years. The window shuts softly. The room feels different, purged. "Is that it?" I ask. Elliot nods. He's free, and now, so are you. Relief spreads through me. I'm no longer gripping Vikram's old jacket like armor. I've let go. But then, Elliot stiffens. He pulls out his phone. "We need to go now." My heart jolts. "Why? They're here," he whispers. "The ones who followed me ... and you. We triggered something when we faced your past." A metallic scraping echoes in the hall. Panic surges. What do? We finish this, Elliot says. We find the exit. Together. The lounge door rattles. We run. Boots pounding the linoleum. Lights flickering above, behind us. Guttural growls rise. I glance back, no one there, but the shadows stretch unnaturally, alive. "I'm not sure we'll make it," I gasp. "You've come too far to stop." Elliot growls. He leads us to a stairwell, left to the main lobby. We dash through double doors and down the stairs, each step a thunderclap. The growling fades behind us, replaced by silence and distant hums. At the ground floor, we burst outside into the cool night. The hospital looms behind, its windows like watching eyes. We sprint toward my car. Elliot fumbles with keys as a dark shape lunges from the shadows. He shoves me into the car and slams the door. I lock it just as the engine roars. Tires screech. We flee. The hospital shrinks in the rearview mirror, dark, resentful, fading. Rain streaks Elliot's face as we drive. He's breathing hard but alive. "You did it," he says. "You freed him, and yourself." I nod, the weight of years finally lifting. I'm still broken but whole. The road stretches ahead, uncertain but open, and for the first time, I feel ready. Tonight, I took the wheel back, and that changes everything. The sky softens with dawn as I guide the car onto the highway. For once, I don't check the rearview mirror. No shadows, no paranoia, just the open road and my steady heartbeat. Elliot sits beside me, finally relaxed. His notebook lies quiet on his lap, no longer burdened with secrets. When our eyes meet, he gives a small, sincere smile, and I feel something rare release. "Thank you," I say, voice rough. He shrugs. "You did the hard work." I just pointed. 7 days ago, I was just Arjun, the rideshare driver, fleeing memories too painful to name. Now, I'm the man who faced his fear and realized identity, inforged by trauma, but by how we rise from it. The road stretches endlessly. The city appears ahead, lit by morning. I think of life before the crash, laughter with Vikram, late night drives. That version of me feels distant, but I don't mourn him, I honor him by being alive again. I'm heading back. Elliot says quietly, "I've got my own ghosts. Will I see you again?" He hesitates. "Maybe, Maybe we were just meant to cross paths once. But you're not alone anymore. I swallow hard. Same to you. Thank you, Elliot. He nods, tucks his notebook away, and steps out into the light. I pull off at the next exit, watching him vanish into the day. A silent farewell. Back home, I park beneath the gentle heat of the morning sun. No pings from the Easy Ride app. No creeping anxiety. Just birds, engines, stillness. I sit for a moment, then reach into the glove box and pull out my old leather jacket. I think of tossing it, but instead, I fold it and place it on the passenger seat, a symbol not of guilt, but of survival. Inside, sunlight spills onto the floor. I make coffee, black, sit at the table, the warmth grounding me. An empty chair across from me stirs the memory of Elliot's presence. But I realize, I'm alone now, and that's okay. I take a sip, bitter, honest. I open the Easy Ride app, 4.98 stars. Messages, pings, requests. Normally I'd go online instantly, but not today. I swipe it away. Instead, I open a fresh notebook. On the first page, I write, October 19, 2025. Today, I am in control. Then, and I will decide my story from here on. The pen stills. I exhale. The city hums beyond the window, full of stories waiting to be written. I rise, move to the window, then to the door, leather jacket on, keys in hand. Not as armor, but as a reminder. I made it. As I walk outside, I think of Vikram gone, but finally free, and Elliot the stranger, who helped me find direction when I was lost. I reach the street and pause. The world opens wide before me. I smile, soft but certain. Let's go, I whisper. And this time, I'm not running. I'm living. The road is mine now, every twist, every turn, because I am both the passenger and the driver of my story.